This is Chris Netto. We are live from InfoComm14, and we are doing the Cable Challenge. What is the Cable Challenge? We're trying to prove that the infrastructure that is in place currently in your corporate setting, EDU, you name it, the cabling for HDBaseT is as important, if not the most important part of this whole challenge. So right now, what we have here is a Quantum Data 980, brand new, provided to us by Crestron and Quantum Data. They have the gear here. We're going to test the bit rate and how this thing is going, and it kind of drops, and that's acceptable, what is not acceptable. So the first thing we're going to get going is we're going to go with your standard off-the-shelf, big box store, pre-terminated, unshielded Cat5. Now this is what you probably have in your existing space, and if somebody's telling you that you need to keep this or we can work with it, they're dead wrong. Not only are they dead wrong, it's not going to be the equipment's fault, it's going to be your cable's fault, and you're going to spend more time going back and forth with your integrator trying to replace boxes and equipment and calling up your AV manufacturing, AV manufacturing companies, telling something's wrong, and the fact is that they used the wrong cable from the start. Not a good idea. So, Bill from Redband has now typed it in. We're going to load it. You will see what the Quantum Data is going to spit out when it comes to the Cat5, basic store-bought, off-the-shelf, which most ECs or electrical contractors are going to try to throw your way and say this is perfectly fine for what you need to do. Now this is for HDBaseT, that's important, and we're going to prove why better cable, though it may be more expensive, is a key to properly getting some good HDBaseT signal. Now, as you see here, the tests are being run. We're going to run it a couple times more than once. This again is the off-the-shelf Cat5 cable. This, just so that you, the watcher, or the people looking in, are aware, the total errors of acceptable total errors is 1 per billion. That's billion with a B, 1 per billion. At this point, on our first run, that's we have about 110 billion per billion. Yeah, we have more than one.
We have lots of alien crosstalk.
There's a lot of bad stuff going down right now. So round two, we will now just run it again. Just to be sure, we will run it 2-3 times if necessary. We just want to make sure that everything that's happening here is giving us the baseline for the cable companies that are coming in and giving you the better quality product and what you should be considering when it comes time to upgrade your systems to DM, to HDBaseT, to the higher level HD quality 4K environments that you're going to be doing. It's only a matter of time. So as the second set winds down, I think we're going to be higher than the first. What's the over/under on this one, Bill?
I'm going over.
We're going to go over?
I'm going to go over.
All right. There is drinks later on the line. I am not going to say what drink is going to be preferred on this one, but we're definitely over than the first one. The first one was in the 9.1 billion. This one's now rated even higher. One last test to baseline this, and we will move right to the next cable manufacturer. Just to let you know, we have 3 high-quality cable manufacturers, 4 high-quality cable manufacturers here with us today that will be participating, and we will bring them in one by one, including somebody from their team that's going to give us a little description of what this cable is. I'm not here to tell you the price. I'm not here to tell you much more than that. This is them telling us why their cable is rock solid. It's not a matter of go out and buy this particular brand. It's more, listen, they all in unison agree that upgrading to the Cat6A or Cat6 will make a big difference when it comes to HDBaseT, which everybody is currently buzzing and talking about. Okay? So as the second set of, third set of tests went around, this one actually came higher on the third time. So we're up in the 9.9 side. So, but we're done with baseline. Let's start moving into the next set. So here we have our first contestant on the cable, is right?
That's me.
We're going to be testing some 4K now. We have a representative from Kramer. This is Melissa Dillman. Very, very funny, very educated, very smart woman in AV. here with us today, and we're now going to go ahead and test out our cable. You guys brought us a substantial roll of cable. That is 330 feet. 330 meters.
No, 330
feet. I was right. I was right. You were wrong. We're going on the fly here, guys.
That's what we said, right?
We're not making this up. So we are testing. Go ahead.
As I say, we're supposed to be tested out at 4K.
We're testing out 4K.
So a whole lot of bandwidth.
A whole lot of bandwidth.
A long way.
Hit the wheel of death machine right there. There we go. So we're going to be doing 3 of these tests, similar to what we did with the cable, the store-bought, off-the-shelf, disgusting crap cable that we had before.
Had 1 or 2 errors in it?
With a couple billion attached to it.
Yeah.
So we're, acceptable. Acceptable is 1.
Got a long way to go, Dad.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's see. Right now, this is our first test. Similar to what we did with the initial base, is that we will run this diagnostic on the Quantum Data 980 3 times, so that we are possibly, we want to.
It's going through a
get a definitive answer.
It is going through the valence extender and everything, which is the standard
Yes.
HDBaseT extenders.
Excellent. 3.
3's magic number.
So actually, the error rate was 0.3 per billion.
Yes.
So well
under the standard for HDBaseT 4K,
which is 1 part per billion.
Yeah. Which is, by the way, we are sending 4K on this quantum machine.
So round 2.
Let's do round 2. Thank you, Vanna. As the system loads again, we are now testing. It's a lot of data.
A lot of data, a long way.
A lot of bits.
And a lot of pixels.
A lot of pixels.
Let's do this with an HDMI cable.
That's
Actually,
I got a negatory right there.
yeah.
I was just saying, there actually is a.
So let's see what we got here.
You know the sad part?
Yep.
I do this at home for fun. Quantum gives me a box to play with that I use in my classes, and I go around the house and I test all my cables.
Actually, Monkey's right over there. If you want to, you may actually know him.
This is what I do for fun.
This is fun.
It is.
Yep.
So.
And we're hit total of 4, but it's 0.4
per billion.
Per billion. That's not too shabby. Give it the 3rd spin, sir. Ooh. Can we see? What will this give us?
No whammy?
Whammy. No whammy.
Whammy.
There's no whammies.
No whammies.
We're pretty confident right now that this cable is provided by Kramer Electronics. This is pre-terminated cable that they terminated and have given to us for this challenge. When it's done, we're going to give it back. So this is not like you get to take home 300, feet of cable. I have no. I don't know. Well, can we keep it?
I'm going to say yes.
Wow.
It's not my cable. It did come out of my stock, so
That's no, we're not going to keep it.
No, I'm joking.
I think no.
Mike will come
I want to keep this as impartial as possible. And right now we are.
We should make it a show special.
Absolutely, we're going to make it a show special.
As featured on.
Yeah, so we'll give away a free blender with it too. Bang!
Wow, 0.3.
0.3. It improved over time.
It will at least get a signal across, I do believe.
Yes,
I'm
I would
thinking.
believe so. Yeah.
At the very least, it's safe to say.
All right. Excellent. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
The next contestant on the cable is right, because at this point it's a challenge. These guys are hitting the challenge. The next person up is Crestron. Now, Crestron provided us with the Quantum Data 980 and the Valence extenders. Now we're going to put their cable to the test. Now, what we have here is a nice, very heavy sized cable. That is impressive.
It's very flexible.
It is very flexible. We can see that. We carried it. It's workable. It's manageable. We're ready to go. Rob, would you like to tell us what we're dealing with?
Sure.
This is brand new, right?
This is brand new. It's introduced for the first time at the trade show today. This is our new Crestron DM 4K cable.
Awesome.
Yep. So here we go. We're now going to go with the brand new, no part number, no nothing, straight, fresh from the show. You got to hear first, people. This is Crestron's DM cable that will do the 4K, and we're, like I said, we're pushing 4K through the quantum data system equipment, and we're looking for the low bit rates. The low error rates. And acceptable is 1 per billion. Can they do it? Dun, 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 dun. Now we'll be running this test at least 3 times for each cable to properly judge this. And we are approaching the end here. Bang. 0.850 on this one. That's pretty impressive, but we're going to run it again. We're going to double check that our connections are secure, everything's cool. We did it for the other ones, we're going to do it here. Let's give it 2 more spins of the wheel. As the system loads, again, this is sending 4K video from the Quantum machine through the Valence, through CAT. Well, in this case, it is Crestron's special 4K DM cable just released at the show. You're watching it being put to the test right now, and you're going to be seeing it live before most. It's so new, it doesn't even have a part number. There we go. We're approaching the 1,000 frames that we're looking to analyze. There's no smoke and mirrors here, people. This is live. It hit the acceptable mark. 1. There you go.
All right, one more.
Let's give it one more. Let's give it one more spin. Now, Rob, my question is here. Is there anything different to this that would be different than any? This is your special cable.
Yeah,
the connectors.
Yeah, these they're not specially designed connectors. These are commercially available connectors.
Yeah.
But the cable's really where the magic is. It's got to do with the fact that every twisted pair is shielded. The whole thing is shielded on top of that.
Yeah.
But lots of cables are designed that way. What really sets us apart is manufacturing tolerances and maintaining the twist ratios between the pairs within the cable itself.
Okay. There you go. 1.68 per billion error rate. That's more. That's acceptable.
Yeah, this is
We're good.
1 to 2. Yeah.
Again, proving why the Cat 6, or in this case, the DM cable, is superior to the standard off-the-shelf stuff, which you and your integrators and customers are being left with in the walls. Upgrade to the better cable.
Next up on the cable challenge, we have West Penn here, and Todd Hurt is here. He's a senior project manager with West Penn. He provided us the cable. Can you tell us a little bit about this cable that we got going on?
This is 328 feet of just standard Cat 6 shielded with just a foil. We grabbed it out of our booth, terminated it earlier yesterday, and want to see how it performs.
Excellent. Standard Cat 6 being put to the test. We're going to double check what the drop rate is, and again, the magic number is 1 per billion. All right, so here we go. This is now the West Penn cable. Is there a model number for this cable?
It's 4246F.
Widely available non-plenum cable. Okay, let's see where we're going with this. All right, the analysis is now started. Again, we are looking for HDBaseT 4K delivery over Cat 6. Everybody's being tested with the same machine and the same
device.
The devices, same everything.
Same extenders.
Yes, and we earlier on in this video showed with the off-the-shelf standard cable that you may have installed in your space currently, the mistakes that came up or the error rate that came up for that.
So first one,
the first going around gave us a 4.9 per billion. Okay, let's start the analysis one more time. We're going to do 3 tests on each cable, just to clarify that everything's cool. If we have to, double check some stuff. But again, standard. We are here to show the importance of upgrading your cable to 6, Cat 6 cable, Category 6 cable.
And make sure it's shielded.
Shielded cable. How important it is when making the transition to the higher end 4K video signal transport.
You need to have the correct cable for the job.
Absolutely. Just don't blame your hardware manufacturers all the time. A lot of times the backbone of the system is relying on the Cat 6. Okay?
Say a second go round, 9.5.
9.5. All right, let's reseat before you do that. Reseat that. Just give it one more. Just double check, make sure everything's cool. Okay. Awesome. Everything's solid. Everything's good. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel one more time. All right. This, I would just like to point out, this is a Redband AV exclusive with AVNation. We are putting cable manufacturers on the spot. We went to them and said, listen guys, we need some cable. We want to show how important it is to transport the 4K signals on HDBaseT over over the wires. In the past, there's been tests regarding the hardware, but nobody's ever really taken the cables to the test, and how important it is something that we felt was important enough to actually do this cable challenge. We are happy that we've had some great manufacturers step up to the plate. This here is West Penn. They are giving us their Cat 6 cable to go ahead and test. And as we wrap up the analysis, as it hits the 1,000 frames, 6.3 per billion. So what this is,
5 to 6.
yeah, not bad. So now we're good. So now we're going to move to the next.
We got, I think Liberty is up.
Liberty's up. Okay.
Okay, here we go. This now is the fourth entrance. Fifth, if you want to consider the store-bought, off-the-shelf Cat 5 standard cable that many people currently have run in their spaces. This will be Liberty Cable's entrant into the cable challenge. We are going ahead, we're going to set it up, we're going to start testing it out. Connecting it from the quantum data machines into the valves extenders. This is standard, Cat 6 shielded from Liberty.
This is Cat 6 augmented.
Cat 6 augmented. I stand corrected. Okay? We're going to go ahead and start the analysis. Clear out the tests and move to the next. And please, just for giggles, can we put what they have in space once we're done with the Liberty cable? I would just like to bring up and show the error rate on that. What everybody currently on site, just to explain to them and give them a good reference or a baseline to what you're dealing with when it comes to 4K right now, and trying to do it over Cat 5. Okay. Now this test here is to test the cable. It is not testing the valens or any of this. We are strictly shooting 4K, sending 4K through the valens extenders, through the Cat 6, and reading the error rate that's coming back to us on this machine.
Okay, so 7.4 for the first
7.4 on the first one. We'll go ahead and move to the next. One more time. Now, again, industry standard
is about 1 to 2 per billion.
1 to 2 per billion.
For the HDMI standards.
HDMI standards, thank you. Which is flipped.
Times got average out.
Yep, it does. So we give every cable manufacturer three runs at this test right now. We are now on the second of the 3. This is the Liberty cable, Liberty's Cat 6 cable. It's augmented. Okay. 14.468 per billion. Okay, now this cable is pre-terminated, pre-cut. It's 330 feet.
It's 100.
That's 100 meters of cable. And we're pushing 4K over these extenders right to it. So here we go with the next one.
Third and final.
Yep. Third and final test. And then we're just going to bring back the other one for giggles. Okay. We did extend this out to other cable manufacturers who want to show up.
Yep.
There's still time. We'll see.
We'll throw down.
We appreciate the ability to do this sort of stuff because it's something that affects most of us currently. As designers, integrators, one thing, as Redband and as AVNation, as a group, we are all in the field every day. You know, that's still our day jobs. We do this for the love of the industry. So actually, what you're getting here is people that run across this on a daily basis, and typically, looking at the cables, if they're not upgraded, if they're not changed out, there is going to be some ill effects.
Yes.
And we're showing this right now.
Such as currently right now, it's 13 per billion.
13 per billion. Okay. All right. We just wrapped up the Redband AVNation Cable Challenge. Myself and Mr. Bill here. We've been pushing buttons, getting things going, moving cables, plugging them in, plugging them out. Baseline was set. This horrible off-the-shelf cable. What we're going to do is we're going to plug it in one more time just to give you an idea of what you're dealing with currently. You don't want to upgrade your cable, you want to go to 4K, so be it. You're going to deal with what you're going to see. I would like to thank Quantum Data for providing us this cool tester. Came by, ran, dropped it off, showed us how to use this, gave us a quick run through. Thank you, Crestron, for providing us the contact and bringing us cable, being part of the cable challenge, and getting us some Valens extenders as well to make it impartial. I'd like to thank West Penn for coming out, bringing their cable, Liberty AV, and Kramer. And I'd like to thank whoever went out and bought this store-bought cable or went dumpster diving to grab it, because it proves the point that the cable needs to be done. Can we do this, please? And Tim, get a close-up of the one last cable. This has been Redband Radio and AVNation coming to you live from InfoComm14.